We are live on YouTube. YouTube. See what I can do with my voice? I'm pretty happy about that. YouTube. I don't see us.
Sounding more and more feminine every day I meet you, man.
What?
Huh?
What?
Who said that?
Dude, I don't know what you're talking
Who
about.
said that? I
wanna
want
talk
to know. Gosh darn it.
Talk to you. So what's interesting over the weekend? There we go.
It's Monday. Another
Monday.
minute. Uh-oh.
It's
What's going on?
Monday. What's that? We're looking up above. We're looking up above. We don't see the stuff up there. We're looking up above. Things are not working.
We're just
the way
adjusting
we
everything,
thought
guys.
they
Don't worry.
should.
Well,
Things are
we're
not
here.
working.
Don't worry.
Unless somebody, I got it. Somebody changed something. I got it. It's
What's
fixed.
up, Corey? What's up, Maisha?
What's up, Maisha? What's up, Corey?
What's up, Emily?
Great news. Interest rates are down today.
Again?
Not lower than they were, but still down.
What the heck?
Still down. Still down.
When are they going to be
Go
rock bottom?
Go to the numerical website.
I need to know when the rock bottom rates are coming.
Rock bottom rates are coming, and some people are thinking. I don't know, dude.
Oh, man, this guy. If you
Oh,
could only
check
see
this
his
out.
computer.
Oh, wow. What?
What on earth
What?
is
We're
this
logged into-
man
oh,
doing?
I see.
What's up, Darren?
What's up, Darren? We got to know.
Vicente.
What are your questions? Where are you calling us from?
All right, so if you don't know the rules, let me give you the rules. We
There's
are
rules?
a all-inclusive, multitask, multi-topic situation,
Say
but we
say
mainly
multi
talk
again.
about mortgages.
Say multi again.
Multi-men.
What?
Well,
Don't say
I'm
that.
a man,
That's horrible.
and you're kind of a man, so I went multi.
Dude. Okay, where are you guys from?
Nardos,
We got
what's
Nardos,
up?
what's up? Where are you guys from? Where are you at? Do you want to know about the down payment assistance programs? I have recently gone down a path where I'm finding the down payment assistance programs for every state. As soon as somebody asks
me.
once they ask for the down payment assistance program in their state, I dig in and I find out if there is a down payment assistance program.
Dude, you're talking too loud.
I know, dude.
Hey, YouTube looks good.
I know YouTube's looking real good. Hey, YouTube, we love you. Instagram, love you. TikTok, love you. Facebook,
Instagram
love
and TikTok are crooked.
you. Are they?
They're crooked the same, though.
Shady, dude. You're throwing shade on. IG.
No, I
and
like 'em.
TikTok. What do you guys want to know about the interest rates on Friday? 5.75%. 5.75%.
Damn good rate.
That's a damn good rate.
In today's environment.
Damn good rate. Damn good rate. You a damn good Joe. You know where that come from?
I remember when we were at 3, and I was like, you don't understand. The national average over history is 8 in California. And then we
Not
hit
really
8.
believing it was
And
going
then
to
we,
hit 8, right?
then we hit 8, and I'm like, holy cow, this sucks.
You're like not really believing it was 8.
But
Well, if you ever done a cold
hit
plunge,
8.
it's that thing. You're like, hey, you're right. Your temperature for a cold plunge is like 34 degrees, and you're like, once you get
3
into,
minutes?
Once you get
Only
into,
3 minutes?
Once you get into 34
That's all you got to
degrees,
do?
It's so shocking. It is like, holy, and your body just clamps down, and
Yep.
you're like, you have to override everything in your brain.
Override
Crazy,
everything.
dude.
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight. It's pretty badass,
Holy
though.
cow.
It's pretty badass.
What's on
So
the
interest
news, man?
rates are down to 5.75. You able to pull it up there?
I want to know what's in the news.
Oh, let me think. We got the doom and gloom guys that are saying, oh, builders. So there's I was listening to, I think it was either Logan or Barry.
Logan Paul?
No, Logan Machami.
Oh, he's
And-
different than Logan Paul.
Way different. Yeah. Logan Paul fights.
And YouTube's.
YouTube's a lot, man.
Logan Machari YouTube's.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're losing everybody. We had a big
Screw
audience
it.
for a little bit, and then like, whatever,
Screw
it's
it.
just you and me.
We got to talk about the
Whatever.
fun stuff. That's
All
why. They
right.
don't want to hear about your bullshit rates, man.
No.
They know you got badass rates. They
Tell
know
me-
you can close the loan. They're
tell me what
sick
they
and
wanna hear.
tired of that.
Tell me what they want to hear.
They want to know.
There's only 2 people watching us, and it's one of them's you and one of them's me.
Let's see. All right. So
Okay.
now that no one's
So-
watching us, we can just talk about whatever we want
We
to
can
talk about.
whatever, dude. Did you see the Disney thing?
Literally.
Oh, I don't know if I can talk about that, huh?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, so the new Disney thing has come out, and the Polynesian princess.
What is her name?
I don't know.
She's
but
the one that plays with The Rock, right?
Yeah, but she's gonna transition to
To movies? To
no,
TV shows?
to another
To podcasts?
yeah. I don't know if I can say that stuff on here. We get banned all the time. I don't even know why we get banned. I'm just talking regular stuff, and
Yeah,
then bang,
it's
bam,
in the world.
bang, banned. We talked about the Wolf of Wall Street and how they were throwing, against the wall. And don't say that. You don't say.
Can I say the politically correct one?
No, you can't say it.
I can't say the politically correct
one. I
one.
don't even know if you can say that, but I know that the minute we said it, boom, TikTok said, "Up, no more for you. Bye, we're gone."
But we can't even say the politically correct one.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Can you say the alphabet?
Oh no, I don't think you can.
You can't even say that.
No. Well, anyway, we were. I'm going down the path of getting down payment assistance programs in all the different cities and states. And there's a lot, like Texas. There wasn't one big one in Texas. There's a bunch of them, all for different cities.
Dude, we have to divert.
All right, let's. What do we got? What do we got?
Navy Mom said yesterday, Elon had a live podcast on X with Alex Jones, Andrew Tate, and Vivek. It was fire.
Really?
That's what she
said.
Hold
on. Let me think about this.
She didn't say fire once.
Elon, who is like the lightning rod of our day, who's got power, who I think was the ballsiest thing. I don't know if it's ballsy anymore, but he's the richest man in the world, and he's like, "You're going to threaten me with money?"
He's basically the Chris of Chris and Lee.
Man, yeah, the Chris and Lee. Yeah, I'm the richest man in the world, and you're going to try and blackmail with money? I can't say the bad words on here, but
yes, you can.
He says GFY. He says go F. Yeah, F yourself. So I was like, damn, good for you, man. Super dude. Now, Tate, if you follow Tate, right? Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate talks a lot of good, solid, old school stuff, like stand up for yourself. But I'll tell you what, man, he gets hate like Trump gets hate. There's people that just can't stand this guy. And I don't even know why.
I do.
I try and pull out the things. Why?
I do.
Why do you?
It's low T. It's low T guys that hate on him.
Think so?
Low T guys and women who date the low T guys.
And then who's the other guy there? Alex Jones. We love. Get this, Alex Jones. There was a property. I own a house in Austin, and there was one for sale, and I was like, oh, cool. I want to check that one out. Who owns the one next to it? And we pulled it up, and it was Alex Jones. Alex Jones is my neighbor.
Yeah.
No shit. I don't think he lives there, but
makes sense, guys.
He owns one of
Everything's
the
lining up.
And I couldn't. I was like, Alex Jones, and I dug in. I'm like, he lives in Austin. He owns multiple properties in Austin.
Are you sure it's the right Alex Jones?
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because I dug in deep, and it's his wife too. So you can find him and his
wife. Dude, you're following his wife?
No, I found it on public records. So anyway, Alex Jones is kind of my neighbor. I haven't met him, obviously. So should I wait for my divorce to be finalized before buying a townhome? User 7923.
Where do you live? What city and state?
Dude, she hasn't even been divorced yet. He's already asking, like,
what's your address?
Give me the digits.
What's your address?
Give me the digits.
Are you available at 4?
Is it an amicable divorce? That's the big question. Is it amicable? Anaheim. And if it's amicable, Anaheim. If it's amicable, then we can start moving forward pretty quickly. If it's not amicable, you want to make sure that you get the divorce papers in hand before you start something, because you're going to trigger a lot of stuff. So if you're trying to buy a condo and your currently legal husband is willing to sign off on a little piece of paper, just sign a piece of paper, that's all.
It says it's your house, not his.
Yeah, it says it's your house, not his. Then we're able to do it like right now. It's conventional. You can't go FHA in that case mostly. Sometimes you can, but mostly it's not a good idea. It would have to be conventional, which is Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. Great rates are still pretty good. Underwriting's still pretty good. And that's, yeah.
What's up, Nick Ibra?
What's up, Nick?
You have some questions about real estate? Let's talk real estate.
Let's talk real estate, Nick. You want to talk about loans?
Let's talk about loans.
You want to talk about politics? We can't talk about politics. I'll be better.
It'll be better.
User, we want to help you. User 7923. We want to help you. If you got any questions, we will help you.
Also, talk to your attorney.
If
you have if she has an attorney, talk to your attorney, because a lot of times you can't do any financial things when you're married and going through a divorce. I'm not an attorney. A lot of people have gotten divorced in my life.
He plays one on TV.
On YouTube.
On YouTube. He plays one on YouTube. He plays an attorney on YouTube. He plays a competent professional. He plays a loan officer.
He plays a guy.
He plays a guy. So, interest rates.
Yes, they have them.
Yes, they do have them.
They exist. Yes, they exist.
So, what else? What else happened over the weekend that we need to talk about?
What's up, Showtech?
119,000 people moved from Washington.
119,000 people moved from Washington to Idaho. Yesterday?
Not yesterday, but in
one car?
in the past 8 months.
In 8 months, we got a guy named Showtech guy who's over here. He's pretty smart. We jive on a lot of things. He just told me that 119,000 people moved from Washington to Idaho.
Get away from the soy boys. That's what it is.
I'm trying to put that through. Washington,
Well,
Washington State.
Have you
Liberal Washington
see
to conservative Idaho.
getting away from the soy boys? Told you.
Really?
So have you guys seen the map where the lady said if only men voted? Have you seen that map?
No.
So the map. Okay, so you know what our map looks like right now, where it's red and blue all over the place.
Okay.
It goes pretty much all red in the middle, all red, a little bit of blue in northern New Mexico, and then she says on the edges, on the coast, are your soy boy low T.
Yeah, soy boys, that's crazy.
Little
man.
tiny blue on the edges, a lot of red in the middle, little tiny blue in New Mexico, rest of it is red. Meaning that if only men voted, Trump wins the presidency next year.
You went straight to Trump?
Well,
Dude,
it's
you're,
red.
you're going to lose everybody
It's
that we
red.
got here.
It's red. It's colors, man. It's colors.
You want colors?
Colors.
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 The whole room.
All of us.
The whole room.
Yeah, I know. Nobody below 40 knows what the hell we're talking about. Nobody below 40 knows what the hell we're talking about.
So easy there.
Easy. No, you're not. No, you're not.
Basically.
No, basically.
Basically 27.
Did you see that movie where what's her name? Jennifer Lawrence? She's like, they're
I
looking
love
for
Jennifer
somebody in
Lawrence.
their 20s.
You had me at Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah, me too. She's like, we need somebody in their 20s. She goes, I'm basically 20.
See?
She goes, so how old are you? 29. So you just turned 29? Yeah, 3 years ago. So you're 32? Basically 20.
Basically 20, guys.
I'm like, yeah.
Pay attention.
Yeah, what the hell?
You guys don't listen.
Anyway, what else you got? What else? What do you know? What did you learn this weekend? Like, there's a lot going on in real estate. There's some people thinking that we're about to drop the rates like crazy.
Who thinks that?
I think it's irresponsible journalism, actually. There's some people that are putting out, we're dropping between 150 and 270 basis points like immediately. What was that?
Don't even mess with me.
You just split.
I left.
Oh, shoot. Okay. All right. I lost Chris. So I lost Chris. I don't know what to say. I'm okay. Nobody say anything. I'm looking for a new business partner. I need his name to be Chris because the branding is very expensive. So if there's any Chris's in the world out there who want to be part of Chris and Lee,
The world is very slim.
the branding already is like pretty solid. We got a lot of followers, and yeah, I'm trying to find a new business partner. Okay, let's hold on. I think all right, never mind. Forget I said that. Hey, bud, what's up?
I was standing right there. I was 3 feet away from you.
Oh shit. Okay.
So if you're looking for a good loan officer that knows what's going on,
were you listening?
Ross has a question. Damn it,
Ross.
I have a question. What happens if I pull my money out of the bank and put it aside? Will that hurt me?
Depends on how much you pull out and what method. If you pull it all in pennies,
Does it have
and you
teeth?
put it underneath your mattress,
Does it have teeth?
it will probably hurt you
And
if it's
claws.
over $1,000 in pennies.
When I buy a house.
Yes.
That's there you go.
When I buy a house. Oh, got it.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Doesn't have
Yeah.
teeth or claws.
Yeah, and you know,
Okay.
plus carrying $1,000 in pennies is probably heavy.
Yeah, if you keep it in coins, not a good idea.
Yeah, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, dude.
When I buy a house, these guys are jerks. That's what he said.
That's like.
I heard it.
Do you wonder
Ross,
why we
did you
lose
call
the
him a
audience
jerk?
sometimes?
Did you call
Do
him
you
a jerk?
wonder why
Ross?
we lose the audience? Like.
You called him a jerk, Ross.
All
Let's
right,
be
cool.
honest.
Yeah. Okay. Good. So.
Whew.
All right. You want to talk?
So let me ask the question again. What happens if I pull my money out of the bank and put it aside? Will that hurt me when buying a house? And no, he doesn't think you're a jerk, Lee.
Okay. Go.
Okay.
All right.
So the answer is, if you're going to use those funds, yes, absolutely, 100%. Because we need. So you could probably put it back in, and we can walk it. We could see it come out and go back in, but we have to be able to source it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The reason for this is because of anti-money laundering rules. So if you have, let's pretend for a second. Okay. Let's pretend that Lee, his nickname is El Chapo. Okay. And he's doing the coqueñas and
Coqueñas.
across the nation.
Well,
Okay.
let me
Making all
put
kinds of money.
Does Chapo wear glasses?
I'm making the money.
Chapo wear glasses?
He's old, so probably. So he's making the money. You look like Santa Claus.
Okay.
Oh, that's cute. So now Chapo says, I take this money and I put it in any bank account and I buy the house. That's money laundering. Okay.
He's gonna
The-
get his band again. You're gonna get his band.
What if the money isn't from my work and I don't trust the bank?
Ross, you and I are gonna get along real good because I don't trust the bank either.
Man,
So
there's
we're
too
gonna-
many people just like us.
No. So Ross, here's a simple rule: you kind of need it in the bank, but if you took $10,000 in cash out and you journaled it, you said, "Hey, I'm taking 10,000 out," and you save that bank statement, and you put exactly 10,000 back, I can probably get away with it. After 10,000, it starts to get a little wonky because of the size of the numbers. But I feel ya. I don't trust the banks either, Ross. But let's not tell anybody because I need the system in order to keep me alive.
Take over. We start losing them. Everyone's leaving now. Everyone's
Nope,
leaving.
they're coming
Back to El Chapo.
They're coming back, okay,
Back to El Chapo. Yeah, it's money laundering. So what he said.
Okay. Cool. What do we got?
Say hello to my.
Yeah, this sucks.
Shit, yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what to do. 10K, man.
How did you
Perfect
know,
10K,
Lee?
dude.
You guys have something going on the side that I don't know about? Is this your new business partner?
Has to be Chris. I put it out there. If you heard, I've outed it already. I'm looking for a business partner named Chris. You have to be really good at loans, like really good at loans, like really good. And you have to live in California, like within 20 miles of our office. This is just.
I
I've
talked to you already in the past. Like past life?
Dude, you're going to lose everybody again.
Oh,
Let's do a
Ross.
seance.
It's so
I was in
good.
the seance.
Don't
R.
worry.
What's up, R? A lot of thought into that name. You're like, hey, R.
I wonder what these people's passwords are.
I don't know. It's right there. All their passwords are right there.
They put them out.
Hambone84. What's up, Hambone84? So if they join, Richie, R11, Martin, Evelyn, oh God, so many people. So if you guys are joining right now, then you need to know Ghetto Fabulous is in the house. Dilly Sauce is in the house. What's up, Dilly Sauce? You should see the paint job he did. Badass.
What?
Primer job.
Primer,
He did a primer
what?
job. Yeah, he sent me this weekend. I was real proud.
Sweet.
Real proud. You referred me to Credit Repair. How's it going, Ross? Did we send you to a good person? We like to make sure that they're doing a good job. If they don't do a good job, we fire them. We got Credit Repair guys who are calling us all the time. All right, Ross. Cool. Badass. We'll get you a house in no time. So, what's going on?
Nothing. I'm just reading your text messages that are rolling in. You guys can't. We have our phones up, so the things keep just popping in and popping in and popping in. So if you guys are interested in buying a house, text us. Just text us. I can actually read it right now. I can. If you said,
Yeah.
"Hey, I want to buy a house," I could see it,
Yeah, it shows up.
and I'll even say your name. Tell me your name.
Don't say their name. This is private.
But they want it. They want.
Dude,
a
it's just
shout-out.
private on
Like, watch
Instagram.
this. Shout
It's
out to
private
Ross.
on TikTok. It's
Shout
private
out to
on
Nardos.
YouTube. It's private on Facebook.
Shout out to John Squires.
What's up, Squires? Billy Squire was pretty cool.
Is
back
that
in the
Billy's
day.
brother?
I don't know, John. Hey, John.
You rich man?
You Billy? You Billy?
No, it's John.
Oh, John. That's right.
Billy. Billy still alive?
All right. So
Yes, I want to buy a house.
I want to buy a house. Evelyn.
Text us.
Evelyn. Let's get you a house. It's probably a better time than ever right now. I'm going to tell you. Oh, we need a commercial.
Okay.
Ready? If you need a badass loan, call a badass loan officer at New American Funding, Christian Lee. Go ahead and screenshot the numbers on the screen because it's going to disappear in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye. Sorry.
Boom.
The special effects.
Boom.
We pay for
High
we pay a
tech.
lot for special effects, guys.
High
And
tech.
that was it, man. Just see that fade out. Poof.
When do you want to buy, Evelyn?
Yeah. Evelyn, it's a good idea. But here's what's about to happen.
What's about to happen?
There is something called pent-up demand. The pent-up demand has been going for about 18 months. Pent-up demand means people can't afford the house because interest rates were too high. They were in the 8s for a long time. 8s. That's ridiculously high. 8s. Then they went to 7s. Then they went to 6s. Now, with the buy, you can get all the way down to 5.75 on an FHA. Dude, Orlando Log says it's not special effects, it's VFX. I don't know what that means, do you? I do like the way I said it, though.
I remember DOS effects. Remember DOS effects?
It's not special effects. It's
DOS effects.
VFX. It's like Memorex. Is it live or is it Memorex? Oh, that was a way back when.
1989.
I'm a co-signer. How can I be removed from that loan? We're going to talk to you in just a second.
Purple
So,
Daisy.
Evelyn, if you're thinking about it, you got to get qualified now because they're already the mortgage applications have gone up significantly. Both Chris and I are receiving more applications. We're getting people on the website. A lot of people don't talk to us. They just apply. It's pretty cool. So if you want to start looking for a house, you want to find out if you qualify for special programs, and let's get you moving. Let's make it happen. So I'm a cosigner. How can I be removed from that loan? Purple Daisy 227. Purple Daisy 227. So Purple Daisy, here's the question. Here's the big question. Are you an occupant co-borrower or are you a non-occupant co-borrower? If you're a non-occupant, which means you do not live in the place, then there's two ways it can happen. One is they can refinance, which is the way 99% of them go. It's a refinance. Or the person that is the primary can assume the loan. To assume the loan, they have to go through the investor, and it's not easy. It's a little complicated. But they have to be able to qualify by themselves without you, and the lender must be willing to allow it to happen. Not everybody allows an assumption, but some banks allow assumptions. All loan officers, all of them except us, will tell you, you have to refinance. Why? Because there's a commission in a refinance. We all make money when we refinance. But the truth is there is an assumption method where you can assume. It doesn't happen all the time, and the borrower must qualify by themselves without anybody else, and the bank must allow it. If that happens, they basically internal refinance without people. So it's a situation like that. When should I refinance? Well, it's math, dilly sauce. It's just math. What happens is you find out your PITI, principal, interest, tax, and insurance. You find out what your current interest rate is, and then you find out how much that costs. And then we do it with the new rate. Today's rate is you can buy down to a 5.75% on a VA, FHA, and a 15-year conventional. And we run the numbers at 5.75. And then you figure out how much you're going to save. So let's just say you're going to save $200 a month. Well, the refi costs money. They're not free. Ballpark for a refi is just call it $3,000. Sometimes you can get away for $2,000, sometimes it's $4,000, but just call it $3,000. So if you're saving $200 a month, that will break even at about 18 months. So if your PITI is worth it and you're going to be in that house longer than 18 months, it's just math. We math it out. There are other reasons why you would want to refinance. In other words, if you had a VA loan and you wanted to reuse that VA loan, we want to free up the use of the VA ability. In order to do that, we have to pay off the current VA loan. That can be done with a conventional. That's a full qualifying. So we have to think about it, and if you want to know, talk with me, and I happen to know that you're going to get the best deal out there.
All right. What's up, KK?
What's up, KK?
Hey, did you watch the whole podcast with the town hall, right? With Kennedy?
Yes.
Kennedy that
Yes.
PVD put on?
Yes.
Okay. So inside of it, did you hear where he was talking about the his dad getting assassinated and his uncle? And
Yes.
did he out any of his knowledge?
Yes.
I didn't catch it. What did he say?
Okay, so it gets a little muddy for me, and if you're in the chat, maybe you can help me. Kennedy is talking about his dad getting assassinated. But when I hear assassination in Kennedy, I hear about President John F. Kennedy. But that's not his dad. That's his uncle. But his dad got assassinated also. So when you hear President John F. Kennedy, you think who?
JFK.
Who's assassinated?
That's what you just said.
Yeah, but who's the person who assassinated?
Oswald.
So Lee Harvey Oswald is the person that they set up to take the fall. But there's so many people who have proven that it couldn't happen. He just couldn't pull off the shots. He wasn't that good. There's too many things that didn't work out. And it's been this weird situation. But anyway, Robert Kennedy is now running, and he's kind of not afraid of people. Which, here's the cool thing. This is the most important thing about Robert Kennedy when he's running. He, for his whole career, took on the biggest industries, not people, industries in the world, in court. He fought the pharmaceutical companies in court. He fought the oil companies in court, not small court, like large court. Not like local, hey, let's go to court. You know, you messed up my engine because you sold me bad oil. No, like you poisoned the whole world and you owe these people $1 billion. In fact, in that same episode, whatever, he said, listen, I went to the pharmaceutical companies, or no, this one was against Monsanto. Monsanto, biggest company out there, biggest. And he says, hey, listen, we went and we said we want 1.1 billion in damages. 1.1 billion. That's what he said he wanted. The jury came back and they said, hey, you win, but we think your value assessment is off. We don't think 1.1 billion is fair. So we're awarding you 2.2 billion. That literally happened with Monsanto. Now, if you know anything about the world, it's not U.S. Monsanto is
Worldwide.
Worldwide, and they've been poisoning people, and there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Anyway, he had the courage to go up against Monsanto. Now, I believe these people will unalive you if you're getting a little bit too close to their pockets.
Yeah.
But he didn't just go up against Monsanto. He went up against the pharmaceutical companies, the oil companies.
Like Pfizer themselves, right?
Pfizer. He went up against Pfizer. He put out the real Anthony Fauci. And if you haven't read that book or listened to it on audio tape, it's just mind-blowing. I cannot believe somebody can say this and still, like, do commerce. Because if what he's saying is true, it's just mind-blowing. It's a very long book. You have to look at it, listen to it at 2 times speed in order to, but it's just unbelievable. Anyway, he's coming out and he's saying, hey, listen, here's what's happening. Here's what's really happening. Here's what's really happening. And if you follow politics, when Trump ran the first time, he says, hey, listen, I'm going to release the whole Kennedy files. I'm going to release everything that the government has on who shot Kennedy. Mm-hmm. And he got into office, and they're like, okay, guys, you win. Congratulations. We never thought it would happen, but you win. We want you to release it. And he says, well, I just read it, and yeah, I'm going to release a little bit of it, but I'm not going to release all of it. And anybody who was following this is going, wait a minute, what do you mean? That was one of your campaign promises. And he's like, yeah. So I follow this guy called Judge Napolitano. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's pretty cool. Pretty cool cat, real level-headed. And Judge Knapp is his friend. And he says, hey, listen, I talked with President Trump, and President Trump, I asked him, you promised that you were going to remove this. And he goes, Judge Knapp, if you saw what I saw, you wouldn't have released it either. And I just sat there and I'm like, what possibly could be in there? Anyway, back to this.
Well, let me go up a little bit to see what you guys are asking. Does it affect me in any way? How long will it take for a new credit card to report trying to move up my utilization percentage? Asked Trish. So it depends, because every creditor reports at different times, and I believe there's a cost. So let's say you become my client with a credit card. I have to report that to the agencies, and I believe that costs the company money. So they do it usually once a month. I don't know when that day is, but a good solid date is the 15th. So after the 15th, it'll probably be reported. You can pull your credit. It'll be there. KK, blessed Monday.
Blessed Monday, KK. What's up, KK?
Evelyn, I was waiting after I fill out my taxes so I can use it. Didn't work much last year. It was school.
Well, school, Evelyn, here's one of the things that you should know about school. If you get out of school, let's say you went to nursing school, and you finished nursing school and you got the degree, and then the hospital offered you a $100,000 job. That's very common in California. So you're full RN, you did everything you needed to do, and now they offer you a $100,000 job. Week 1, as long as you got the degree, week 1, I can get you into a house. Week 1. The reason is because you went into the profession that you got the degree in, they consider the last 2 years of your education work time. So you don't need to wait the 2 years that most people do if you got a degree.
Okay, and then Purple Daisy said, hi, I'm a co-signer on a loan. How can I be removed? Did you answer that?
I did.
Okay, and then he says, goes down and says, does it affect me in any way? Did you answer that?
So if you get removed from the loan and you're no longer on the loan, it affects you very positively, because it shows that, hey, we lent this guy $500,000 and he got paid back on time. That's very positive. So it can affect you really, really good.
Kim Shelton on Facebook said, thoughts on DeSantis regulating foreign land ownership in Florida? That's awesome. I think that's a good thing. I think it's a very cool thing. And I think what that is not allowing like China to buy the property, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is he the only governor in our... Who else is doing it?
Governor Noem already did it.
Yeah.
DeSantis wants to. Noem did it. They're different.
Good morning. How long in advance should we prepare to buy a house? Where do we start? Asks the homie K. The homie K?
The homie.
The homie K needs a commercial, man.
The homie.
Homie K needs a
The
commercial.
homie K. Ready? Here comes a commercial just for you. If you need a badass loan, call Badass Loan Officer at New American Funding. Kristen Lee, right here on this page. You got 3 seconds before it goes away. 3, 2, 1. Screenshot. All right, homie. Here's the catch. If you're thinking about buying a house, there's a lot that you have to learn. A whole lot. And you need to get qualified right away so you can start learning the market. You have to find out where your weaknesses are. Maybe your weakness is income or assets or down payment. Then you need to know about down payment assistance programs. Maybe you need to know about the market. This is usually where people are, when they first start looking, they have no idea about the market. They have no idea. All they know is, I can afford $2,500 a month. Well, that translates into a purchase price. And depending on which program you go with, we can figure out what your purchase price is. So, the way you start is you give us a call, and we do what's called a 1003, an intake sheet. We talk to you for about 5 or 10 minutes. We ask you what your goals are. How much did you want to put down? How long you been at your job? We pull your credit. And then we give you an honest assessment of where you're at. And if you're real close and you want to go shopping, we'll help you find a realtor, unless you already have a realtor. If you already have a realtor, then we'll introduce ourselves to your realtor, and we'll work forward and get you the house.
Sweet.
We do that for the homies.
Where you located, homie K?
Where you at, homies?
Do you qualify for down payment assistance even if you're not a liberal?
User 506.
Down payment assistance only?
TZ, man. I'm pretty sure that's TZ.
Okay, so back to that. What did he say about... Because here's how it started. Patrick Bet David came out and told Kennedy, all these presidents have always entered an office saying they're going to reveal this information.
Mm-hmm.
How did Kennedy end that conversation? Did he out anything?
I don't know which question to answer. Did he out anything? What was the question again?
So Patrick Bet David said, all the presidents... These presidents have come out saying that they're going to release your uncle's information, and they don't. Okay, so there's that statement. Put that aside.
Yep.
Then Kennedy gets an opportunity to talk.
Professor Sparky, I'm going to help you in a second.
Does he answer any questions of what he knows or says who did it?
Well, he says he knows who did his father's. And because there's two Kennedys there's a guy named Sirhan who was supposed to have killed his father.
Yep.
But Kennedy doesn't believe Sirhan did it.
Yeah.
He believes that it was a mafia guy. He names the mafia guy. And he actually outs everything.
Well,
it gets confused pretty simply because of the Kennedy shooting. Now, Massachusetts. Yes, we do business in Massachusetts. I'll answer your question also. If you're looking for a good loan officer, we can help you. We're in California. I'm in Texas, California, back and forth, but we do 49 states, everything except New York. Here's one of the things when you go looking for a loan officer. Find somebody that has a ton of at-bats, who's been in it for a long time, who does a good amount of loans, because loan officer is a tough business, and you don't want them to be learning on your back. If they've already learned, that's great. It's like a skilled surgeon. The brand new surgeon, he may be really excited and have the best scores, but he hasn't had trouble yet. And until he's had trouble, he hasn't paid his dues. So I highly recommend you use my favorite loan officer, which is him, or you can use his favorite loan officer, which is me. But if you don't use us and you want to use somebody local, make sure you get somebody who's been around for a long time and has a lot of experience in order to help you. Because there's a lot of hiccups inside of the loan, and you don't want to know about them. You don't. It's just like a surgeon. You want to go into the operating room and you just want to trust that guy knows what the heck he's doing.
The homie K's in Moreno Valley.
Moreno Valley.
We're
shoot,
right
that's
down the
there.
street.
We're down the street. Shoot.
How do I find lenders in my area?
That's what we just answered.
Okay. So
Okay.
we
Massachusetts, can we text you? Yes. Evelyn, you should text us right now. Like, right now. Let's pause for Evelyn to text. Okay, pause is over.
could child support in the rear
What?
affect you from getting a VA loan? In arrears.
Yes.
In arrears.
Dude, be nice.
Can
Be
child
nice.
support in arrears affect you from getting a VA loan? So, child support is court ordered, comes with a payment. If you're in arrears, you need to establish a payment for that amount, and that will be factored into the loan. So, yeah. What are you guys talking about with the president's LMAO?
We talk about controversial people because, well, we're controversial. And right now, Patrick Bet-David is a very controversial guy. Vivek is very controversial. Trump, Elon, Andrew Tate, all these guys are controversial. So,
Okay, so one person said, I was told there is something through Bank of America that helps people that are Hispanic to buy a home. Yes, we have a lot more products that we like to help Hispanics with too. Yeah, they have some kind of marketing for some program out there. I'm not really too familiar with it, but we have all the same programs pretty
Yeah.
much. So just call us. We'll take care of you. Bedeen.
Bedeen.
You do just purchases or do you do second mortgages? Not a HELOC. Yes. Yes.
Okay. So we do
other
purchases,
mortgages.
we do second mortgages, and we do HELOCs. So purchases, second mortgages, HELOCs, DSCR loans, non-QM loans, jumbo loans. Dude, if there's loans, we probably do it unless it's commercial.
Do you do auto loans?
Don't do auto loans.
Do you do personal loans?
How much you need?
You guys heard it first. How much do you need? Just put a number out and make it happen. Direct deposit in your account in 24 hours or less.
Dude, 24 hours or less.
Back to Kennedy.
Back to Kennedy. Okay, good.
Do you
good.
do mayonnaise loans? Back to Kennedy. So yeah, okay. So the mobster, he does talk about a mobster that I heard. I didn't get a clear listen to it. That's why I'm asking. So he does talk about Jack Ruby being a mobster. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
But Jack Ruby killed the guy that killed his uncle. Jack Ruby killed Oswald.
Okay.
So you were talking about his father, who was not JFK,
Right.
who was Robert Kennedy,
Right.
and who's the mobster that killed Robert Kennedy?
Well, the one that he believes is working for the starts with a C,
Three-letter
ends with a-
agency?
Yeah, starts with a C,
Okay.
ends with an A, and the middle one is an I. We're not gonna say who they are, but 3-letter agency. Yeah. Anyway, he believes.
Inside job.
And by the way, most of these conspiracy theories, they are going back to that, which is just downright scary.
What do you mean?
Well, if you listen to Alex Jones,
Mhm.
no, I don't. Can you say Alex Jones without getting banned on this?
Can you guys?
I don't know. So if you listen to Alex Jones, he was talking about that 3-letter company a while back. Starts with a C, ends with an A, middle one's an I. So he was talking about it before the towers collapsed.
Robert was?
No, Alex Jones.
Okay.
And he said it was going to happen. And he said it was in coordination with the 3-letter agency. He said that. And I'm blown away. I remember watching Jesse Ventura interview him and them talking about, hey, there's going to be this worldwide thing and they're going to force people to take a shot and they're force them. And I'm going, what? This is crazy. This guy's just off the chains, man. He's just crazy. He's fun, but he's crazy. Now I look back and I'm like, I saw him say it before it happened. It just, ugh. Did Bush do 9? Dude, did Bush do 9? No, I don't think he did, but I think he knew. I don't think he had the intellectual capacity to pull it off. But I do think that he was railroaded into going along with it and had no choice. I think a lot of people are. I think I saw this thing, and I don't know if it's true, but like the current war that's going on right now in Israel and stuff, there was 100 actors who came out to one side. And then after a little bit of time passed, these 100 call themselves the group of 100 that spoke too soon, and they're pulling back, and they should have not have spoke.
Where are they?
I saw it on something.
Are they local or are they over there?
Put it in Google, find out.
No, they're in the unemployment line.
They're on the unemployment line. No, they said, and the group speak that I heard, and they're notable people, highly notable people. They said, we spoke a little too soon on things that we don't know anything about, and we have decided collectively that we need to step back and re-examine before we speak on a situation. And I sat there and I went, ooh, somebody got their hand slapped.
So not crisis actors, just real actors.
Yeah,
that are
pulling it up.
That are using
Showtech.
their fame to put out a message.
Showtech, are you looking at it? Looking it up for the 100? If you can look that up for me, I appreciate it. Look up for the 100 actors that are pulling back on what they said.
So these are just people that are protesting or speaking out as to what's going on.
Correct.
And they spoke out with the wrong data.
On the Hamas side, I think they were on the Hamas side.
Okay.
Either that or they were against it.
Well,
but,
dude, I'm
yeah,
so
there's only two
confused
sides.
about it because you see these
it's crazy,
commercials
man. It's
of where
crazy.
these families and these babies
It's crazy.
but then I hear something from the other side that says, well, an open air prison, of course they're in an open air prison. They had to do that because there was no borders and they were bombing Israel. And I'm like, what? Like you hear all these little things that are like, it shouldn't be this way. Then you get a answer as to why it is that way, and then you're like, okay, it makes sense. But then you hear the story again, and you're like, wait a minute. It's just so confusing.
So, Professor Sparky, I work in construction, and I would love to flip and remodel houses. How can I start? Professor Sparky, here's the catch on this. When you buy the house, you have to have some skin in the game for loan purposes. Now, there's a lot of people on the internet that will tell you, oh, you don't need to do that. You can go on consignment. You can just commit the person to a contract and then sell that contract. This is cute on the internet, and they're trying to sell their courses. I don't really see it work in practicality. It's cute, but it doesn't really work. I've seen a lot of people go broke trying it. So if you're trying to flip houses, you buy the house, you should probably work with somebody who's experienced, because there's a lot of things you have no idea about. And the most important is carry costs, because it's going to cost you X to get it to the end of the line and sell it for a profit. And if you're not prepared for X, you're in trouble.
X gonna give it to you. That guy Scott 4. Are there any loans where you can roll the closing costs into the loan? Well, Scott 4, let me answer that for you. So in refinances, happens all the time because there's enough equity in it. So typically when you're buying a house, you're asked to put a percentage down, a minimum percentage, and that's the down payment. So if you were to put money into the closing costs, you in theory will be borrowing more money than what the home is worth. Now, that being said, in some cases you can do something called stacking. I'll give you an example of how that works. Let's say a house is being sold for $490,000. What you would do is you would offer $500,000 and ask for $10,000 back in credit. So the seller nets the same amount and you get your $10,000. What's going to make that work or not work is that you have to make sure that the property is going to appraise. If it can appraise, you can offer the 5, ask for the 10 back, and in theory, it's part of the loan because you got a credit for that and you didn't have to come out of pocket. Who would be the first person I talk then? Lender or real estate banker? I don't know where to start. So always lender, because you got to know what you can afford and if you can even buy. If you start with the real estate agent, they're going to say, are you qualified yet? And they're going to turn you back to a lender. So always start with the lender. Don't start shopping. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your eyes on a property that you love and your heart involved, because you could get burned and you might not be able to get it. Let us do our due diligence and then we'll figure that out for you, okay? So always start with the loan officer. You guys need to start a conspiracy theory podcast. That would be a good side hustle for you guys.
I love it, but I don't know if anybody would advertise.
And how do you make money? I want to make money
I
at
want to
it.
make money at it. How do you make money at it?
Okay. Thank you so much for the info. You got it,
Yeah,
Scott.
we're here.
Builder V's back.
What's up, Builder V?
What is Builder V
Vertigo
doing?
Garage. Do you have to put solar panels? You know what? Are you in California, Builder V? Because here's the catch, Builder V. I'm building an ADU on one of my properties in California. And it's a little tiny ADU. It's only like 700 square feet, 683 square feet, just a tiny one. But they are mandating solar panels, even though the primary residence doesn't have solar panels. They are mandating that the ADU have solar panels, and every construction in 23 and beyond has to have solar panels. So if you're trying to pull permits and turn it into an ADU, probably they're going to make you do solar panels. It's ugly, but it's true.
Yep. And Professor Sparky, yeah, you call us. We do all states except for Hawaii.
No, New York.
New York.
Yeah.
We used to not be able to do Hawaii, but now we can.
Now we can't do Hawaii.
So we could do everything but New York.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Professor Sparky, that guy Scott, all you guys that we're talking to, make sure you screenshot this, take our phone numbers down, call us, text us, we'll help you.
Professor Sparky. Do you remember Talladega Nights? He goes, well, if you're not going to
Professor
call me
Dipshit.
Dad, what are you going to call me?
Professor Dipshit. Do you think...
Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon, right? Who else? Well, she's
Mia Khalifa.
Mia Khalifa. Oh, wow.
Who are they?
else?
Who are they?
The 100 who took a stance and used their platform.
Oh.
Justin
And then
Bieber.
Justin Bieber, and they got their hands
So
slapped.
all the geniuses in the freaking world...
They got their hands slapped. They got, somebody said,
Do you
hey.
know who Mia Khalifa is?
No.
I know.
Wiz
Gigi
Khalifa.
Hadid.
I know who Gigi Hadid is because of the rap song.
Oh, look at this guy. He listens to rap.
Listen to rap.
He's a rapper.
So, well, they came out, and then somebody, whoever is their top person, said, "You guys, no, apologize,
no, say sorry.
apologize."
Say sorry.
Can you imagine that? Can you? I mean, you're like Justin Bieber's worth like what, $400 million or something,
Probably.
and somebody came out to him and said, "Hey, you know that jet and all that fame and all the pretty girls or Jesus or whatever you're doing right now? Apologize."
Sorry.
And they came out, and they all got together, and they said, "Well, you know what? If it's 100 of us, it's not so damning."
It isn't actually.
I know.
If a bunch of people
It's
come out and say we got it
crazy.
wrong.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like they got the wrong
It's
message.
crazy.
So it's the news' fault.
Yes, it's crazy.
Do you think today's market? Sorry about that. Do you think in today's market that it would be wise to ask a seller to pay closing costs? Lee loves this question. Take it away, Lee.
Right now, so what you look at when you go to your realtor will look at, or you can look at too,
You can look at it too.
is days on the market. So if the house goes on the market and it's a very popular in-demand area, the weekend they have the first open house, they're going to have offers that weekend. But if you go and you look at the house and there's like 45, it's DOM, days on the market. If there's 45 DOM, then the realtor will call the other realtor and say, "Hey, have you had any offers?" And they're usually pretty honest. They'll say, "Yeah, no offers." Okay, cool. Well, now you know this is a motivated seller because they haven't sold anything. They haven't gotten any offers in. So then you can say, "Hey, listen, I would like to put this offer in, but I'd like to cover closing costs." In that situation, it's a good idea. Sometimes you got to check with your realtor, by the way. Your realtor, that's a very important decision. You got to choose a really good realtor. Yeah, I know. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
You got to choose a really good realtor. And if you don't have a good realtor, we'll help you. But we go through this method. There's top producing groups, and we're part of one. And there's one for realtors. And let's just say you're in Boise, Idaho.
Boise, I love Boise.
Well, we don't have a lot of realtors that we work with in Boise, but if somebody says, "Hey, I need a realtor in Boise," first thing we do is get you qualified, because qualified is qualified across the country. So once we have you qualified, then we go to the top producing realtor section of the coaching program that we pay for, and we say, "Okay, who works in Boise?" And then 2 or 3 top producers will pop out, and we'll say, "Hey, I've got a fully qualified buyer. I'm going to watch this all the way through to make sure the buyer gets the best deal all the way around. Are you willing to take this buyer?" And of course, they're top producing, usually they're teams, but they're top producing. And they will say, "Yeah, I'll take the buyer." And I'll say, "Cool, I need you to understand something. If this buyer tells me that they're not getting proper service, I'm going to change them. If not, I'm really happy to work with you. And they're like, oh, we really appreciate that, but I'm serious about that. And the next thing I do is I tell my client, hey, if this realtor is not meeting your needs for any reason, then we're frozen on YouTube, FYI. Show tech.
Was it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
You see how I
So-
derailed you, man?
Yeah, you derailed me. But anyway, we vet our realtors, and we work with a lot of good realtors. We know good realtors. And then we actually, once we know that they know what they're doing, we get out of their way. We don't want to deal with the realtor side, but we do have to protect our clients. So it's both of those.
Protect your neck.
Yeah.
Lee, how come you don't want to admit you know who Kia Khalifa is?
I know Wiz
You
Khalifa.
guys are great up front with the facts. Keep it up. Thank you, Builder V. Showtech. Shh. Showtech.
According to this, it's ended
Can you guys let me know if we're live on
on YouTube.
YouTube?
Okay, well maybe my internet died.
Do you feel the housing market will be coming down at all? At all? In pocket communities? Sure. There's pocket communities here and there where the market's going down a little bit. And up a little
Pocket
bit, down a little
communities,
bit.
pocket, yeah, pocket.
But across the board, Lee, let them know.
Across the board, as soon as the pent-up demand comes in, because we've got a lot of pent-up demand, a lot of it. People who couldn't afford, but now that interest rates are 5s, 6s, 7s, they're better than they have been. These people are starting to come in. We're getting a lot of loan applications. It's not long before the market starts really roaring again. And when that happens, it's supply and demand, and we don't have the supply. We're really short on supply. We're so short on supply that the builders have an unfair advantage, a really unfair advantage, because they create their own supply. Because of that, they get to create their own lending business. They get to set their own rules. They're the seller of the property. So there's rules that the bank has to follow. There's rules that the realtor has to follow, but the seller doesn't have to follow those rules. So if the builder is building it, he's the seller, and he just sets up the system so that it benefits him. So builders have an unfair advantage at the moment, but they take advantage of their clients a lot.
Dang. Offer credits going through whoever you give me for real estate agent for closing costs. You got it, Ryan. We'll set you up. We'll make sure that it works. Have we
Cool.
pre-qualified you? If not, you need to give us a call.
Yep.
Let's see. Okay. Considering buying a fixer-upper to keep mortgage low, what's the renovation limit?
You take that.
So the renovation loan that we have right now is the 203K, which piggybacks on the FHA. And where I'm at right here, right now, I'll have to figure it out for your county, so call us, text us. But right here, right now, your loan limit is $644,000 until the end of the year. So that would be your limit where I'm at. It depends on where you're at. Can I start flipping with a 592 credit score?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Here's the maybe, Professor Sparky. So on an FHA loan, you can buy a 4-unit with a 580 FICO score. 580 FICO score. FHA rules are you have to live in the biggest unit and you have to live there for 1 year. So if you're trying to be an investor, that's the way to do it. But a 592 is not a good way to start in the flipping and investing in real estate game. So the only way that you can do it is if you bought a 2-unit, 3-unit, or 4-unit on an FHA, or you bought a regular SFR, single family residence, fix it up, and then sold it. You're technically a flipper after the year.
Nice.
Nice.
Can I get info on the side hustle ass wreckage?
Wreckage. Go ahead.
It's the liberals on YouTube trying to censor you.
I guess so, yeah.
Side
guess
hustle.
so.
What is a side hustle exactly? So when you have a primary job, I don't care where you work, doesn't matter. Like we work as loan officers. You might work as loan officer. You might be a trash man. You might be an electrician. You might be a Popeye server. It doesn't matter. What you can do on the side, though, if you have a couple hours a day, is that you can, what we do is digital marketing. And if you follow these two platforms, it'll give you more data on it. And literally, 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day for the next 90 days could change your life. Could change your life.
Yep.
That's our side hustle.
So I'm in New York. Ryan, New York. We love New York. We love New York. We don't work in New York. I love New York.
640 to get
Crazy.
your house, though.
Yeah, 640. 640? Yeah, 640. We try and get you to move to New Jersey. So if you're thinking about moving to New Jersey, then we can help you in New Jersey. New Jersey's not that far. Same thing as New York. Exact same thing.
How do you know I was an electrician? Asked Professor Sparky. I just felt it, man. I felt it, the electricity through the airwaves.
Wow. Those tech.
I know, high tech.
That was high tech.
With 520 score, would it be better to use a cosigner for USDA or FHA?
Okay, so Tiny Dior, I got some news for you. Tiny, I got some news for you. This is some news.
You go wreckage.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Tiny, 520. You can't get in an FA. You can't get in USDA. You can't get into a USDA with a 520. You can't get into an FHA with a 520 unless you put 10% or more down. So the only thing that's possible is an FHA, and you got to have a lot of money because you're going to need 10%, probably more, up to 20% with a 520 FICO. So we got to work on the FICO first. Cool.
PA is closer, he said. Ryan said PA is closer than Jersey.
You know what?
Get him a house. Like
Pennsylvania, we'll work with you in Pennsylvania. We'll work with you in Pennsylvania. Yeah. Yeah. So Ryan, let's start moving to Pennsylvania, and once we get the move done, probably by the end of the year, because we're like December 11th, we could probably do that.
Any plans in Texas? Second time buying, but it will be my primary home, said Ivan. You got any plans in Texas? He wants to take you out. Maybe a dinner, steak. I don't have any plans, but I'm not in Texas.
We have zero down programs in Texas, depending on what city you're buying in. My primary residence is Texas. I go back and forth between California and Texas. Love Texas.
What's a Texas?
What's a Texas?
I don't know. I like this guy though. I think it is the TZ.
Yeah. TZ, it probably is, right?
I wrote off too much on my taxes. Do I have to wait a year to get credit back? So you could do a 1040X.
1040X.
Yeah. You can
like X-Men.
Literally go to your tax person, have them redo your taxes.
Did you see the jet on X-Men? It's pretty cool.
There's a guy named Jet?
No, it was a jet. It's invisible and shit. Yeah, it's pretty badass.
It's invisible.
Anyway, yeah.
It's called the B-2 bomber.
No.
We've had that for years.
Yeah.
For years, guys.
No, it isn't.
No.
All right, nerds.
Nerd.
SR-71A.
It's our 71A.
Nerd. That's Showtech.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Only shot I have is with my VA loan and tax exemption, says Ryan. Can you figure in my tax exemption into pre-approval? Yeah, sure. Why not? We can do that all the time. But what are you exempt for? Are you service connected? Is that what you're saying?
And Ryan, we do figure what it's going to be without it, but we have to qualify you with it.
Well, that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Because you could be talking about taxes. You could be talking about his income.
Yeah, you might be. If you're talking about property taxes, it's not 100% that all counties and states give 100% off. In fact, in San Bernardino County, where we're at right now, they give roughly 80% for 80% off for 100% service connected disabled. We don't actually do that, but we refer people, and I've done enough loans on veterans where I know how much they actually give. So it's not 100% of all taxes, but in certain counties in Texas, 100%, no question. If you're 100%, they give you 100%.
Why Colin Vasquez? My problem is debt to income ratio. So you know what you need? Why Colin Vasquez?
You need more income, and we offer a side hustle. We teach you how to side hustle. This is the reason why. It's work, though. It is work. It's not set it and forget it. It's work, and it's difficult to post every day. I didn't think it would be as difficult. Did you?
I posted today. Did you post?
Not yet. I haven't done it.
It's hard for him.
It's difficult to continually post and continually push.
It is hard. I didn't post yesterday. I should have.
What?
It's Jesus Day.
Okay.
I was like, I love you, Jesus.
Right.
What were you doing? Not loving Jesus. That's for sure. Non-loving Jesus guy. All right, dude, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm Chris, that's Lee.
Yeah, we've been Chris and Lee. We appreciate you guys.